أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This video is about our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but I'm going to start by talking a bit about my sister's school. And in the beginning, it'll seem like, okay, so what does this have to do with Islam? But don't worry, it'll all come together in the end, inshallah, so pay attention. My sister enrolled in a new school this year. It's called University View Academy, and the special thing about it is that, except for state testing, it's completely online. So she can watch her teachers explain the lessons live and complete all her assignments right at home using a school laptop that UVA sent in the mail. They even help pay for the internet. So, alhamdulillah, good, right? But what's the catch? Well, since the teachers won't be there to watch the students at home, they make sure that each student has a pretty involved learning coach who can. Never heard of a learning coach? Well, it's an adult, usually one of the parents, like my sister's learning coach is my mom. And what they do is, well, actually, before I tell you what learning coaches do, let me tell you what they don't do. And that is telling the kids the answers. They don't do the work for the students. But they don't leave the kids all alone either. So they do everything in between. They register them for an account on the school website. They help set up a nice place for them to study, teach them how to get around the school website, connect them with their teachers, make schedules to keep them on track, give them good advice about how to succeed, remind them to finish missing work before they fall too behind, tell them good job when they do a good job, and even offer rewards to encourage them to work hard, right? So the kids have a job to do, and that's learning. And while the students' learning coaches don't do their job for them, those adults help them every step of the way, supporting them as much as possible without cheating, since that would be bad for the kids, because then they won't learn or get smart. Anyways, why did I tell you all this? Because I want you to think about something. After seeing all the learning coach rules, doesn't our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala come to mind? I feel like I finally found the true meaning of Rabb. It's a pretty heavy word to translate, but I think this is the closest we'll get, inshallah. I mean, think about it. We have a job, just like how students have their job of learning. Our job as Muslims is to believe and do good deeds on this earth, right? And obviously, it doesn't make sense for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to do our job for us, but He doesn't leave us all to ourselves either. So He acts as our learning coach, supporting us in every way possible so we can do our job well. So, for example, He gives us families who take care of us, homes to stay safe and secure, our bodies to move around and do all kinds of activities with, food and water to keep us alive and happy. And then He gave us minds to think with and make decisions, and hearts to have feelings that, drive us to be good people. And then on top of that, He gave us life advice in the Quran and through the Prophet ﷺ, so we know exactly what we're supposed to do during our time here. And on top of that, He's always ready to help us whenever we ask, or to make us feel better when we're lonely or depressed, and to forgive us when we make mistakes, so that instead of being stuck, we move forward and fix ourselves. He notices every tiny deed we do, so we can stay motivated even when people don't appreciate us. He corrects us before we fall too deep into sin, right? And then He offers us rewards for our work, the reward of happiness that you feel when you've accomplished something that pleased Him, and of course the reward of Jannah later on, inshallah. I mean, He's our Rabb. And I read somewhere that one meaning of Rabb is a guardian who trains you to be better and better until you become the perfect, best version of yourself. And isn't that what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does? His role as our Rabb, our trainer, our learning coach, is to always be there for us, to watch our back so that, we can focus on moving forward, right? And keep in mind, sometimes He'll train you to do things that you might not really want to do. Like how, as a learning coach, my mom might make a schedule that's, busier than my sister would like. But remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is gaining nothing from this. He never has a selfish reason behind His commands. Whatever He tells you to do is for your own sake. So remember that for the coming Islamic year and for the rest of your life, inshallah. Let's all make dua, inshallah, that this year comes with a lot of self-improvement and barakah, and that we can inshallah work together with the best learning coach ever to earn the best reward ever. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.